What legal rights do fathers have in the United Kingdom regarding their children?
So fathers in the UK have the same legal rights to be involved in their children's lives just as mothers do. The only determinative factor is in respect of parental responsibility. So what I mean by that is mothers automatically get parental responsibility when they have the child. Fathers get it if they are married to the mother at the time of the child being born, if they're registered on the birth certificate, or if they have a court order to say that they've got parental responsibility. With that, they have the rights to make decisions in respect to their education, any medical issues, or anything like that. So yes, they have rights, most definitely.
Thank you. Rakhi, you've mentioned birth certificates. So, what are the legal implications of a father not being named on the birth certificate?
So if they're not named on the birth certificate, that's when they don't have parental responsibility. So they would need to obtain the parental responsibility. In order to do that, they would need to make an application to the courts to have that. If there is a bit pushback, let's say from mum, let's say mum's maybe questioning the paternity of father, and that's why she hasn't put them on the birth certificate, father on the birth certificate, then it would be advised to do a paternity test, which isn't difficult to do. It can be ordered by the courts, or it could be done through negotiation. So it could be that we could just sort of ask mother to agree to it and have that done, and then we can sort of establish father's parental rights in that respect.
Well, Rakhi, I was wondering why RVS Solicitors are known as one of the most famous UK-based fathers' rights law firm.
Oh, that's really nice to hear. I think that's because we predominantly deal with fathers, and we're known to be successful in most of our cases. We've been able to sort of have the courts recognise and establish that mothers and fathers should have equal rights in respect to children, unless obviously there are serious welfare concerns. But fathers should be recognised just as much as mothers, and that is something that we really strongly advocate for because it's imperative in most cases, like I said, dependable on any safeguarding concerns, that children have both parents.
Well, it's lovely to hear that, and I'm sure that now fathers can be sure that there is a law firm that can protect their rights.
Yes, most definitely. Yes, of course. I mean, to be honest, we've also had quite a few cases where fathers have actually obtained residency. So they've had the children live with them because that's what's best suited for the child. So I feel like fathers do need to be aware that it's not um, uh, the courts don't just think, okay, well, mothers have full rights and fathers don't have any. That's definitely not the case.
So, Rocky, you have a huge experience. Can you please give us some example of a really complex father's rights case?
So I'd probably say each case is complex in its own right. But one of the cases that probably sticks with me the most is one where the father sort of separated from the mother. They had four, I think, 4 to 5 children. And he just wanted to seek for a shared care arrangement. There were no safeguarding concerns or anything like that. But then all of a sudden, when we went to court to sort this arrangement out, because we couldn't sort of deal with it through mediation and negotiation in any way, because mother just wasn't ready to go down that road, mother just started to make allegations, baseless allegations, whether it was to the police or to the courts, and the courts had to investigate them. And every time we were successful in disproving it, and then the contact was about to start, another allegation would come. So the courts have obviously a duty and responsibility to sort of consider it. It got to the point where the courts then sort of realised what we were saying and knew that these allegations were baseless, basically, and warned mother that this was not in the best interest of the children, and it looked like mother was alienating father. Eventually, mother was sort of through representation from us on father, mother, it was recognised that it might be better if mother continues to behave this way, that father should have the children in his care, and then he can sort of facilitate contact with mother. Fortunately, the courts were in agreement with that. Father now has the children living with him, but he ensures that mother has a healthy relationship with the children. She gets to see them on a regular basis. It's basically like a sort of like a shared care arrangement, but father actually has the children living with him. He now still sends me photos of him and the children together.
It's lovely.
Yeah, and you know, I remember when we were doing the case, he just couldn't see the light at the end of the tunnel. He was like, Rocky, it's just not going to happen for me. I'm not going to get the kids in my care, or I'm not going to get even any contact with them. There's just so many allegations coming. And I just kept trying to reassure him that, it is my job to make sure that the courts see the truth, and that the children are best being with you and mum, but it might just be safer to be with you because you would facilitate that contact. Unfortunately, we were able to do that for him. So yeah, I mean, that's probably one of the closest ones to my heart. But yeah.
Wonderful. So I believe that anyone is seeking for legal advice in regards of father's rights should call our various solicitors to secure their father rights.
Most definitely, yes. I mean, we are strong advocates for fathers, for sure. Please don't think we don't act for mothers. We most definitely do. But yes, we are strong advocates for fathers' rights.
Thank you.